Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Good morning. Happy Friday. So I am going to get my workout on and I decided, gosh darn it, isn't this a great opportunity to show you all how you should foam roll? A lot of my clients, I know you have foam rollers. Hey, good morning. I know you have foam rollers at home and I want you to use them. So if you're going to be doing all these exercises, you need to make sure that you foam roll and that you stretch. That way you all this you see that you don't get injuries, roll out the fascia, all that good stuff. When you get knee pain, elbow pain, when you get joint pain, first start with stretching and foam rolling, and then see if you need to follow up with anything else. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with our big foam roller. So I have two foam rollers that I absolutely love. I've got a 3-foot pretty dense foam roller, and then I've got this thing called the Orb by Plyometrics is who I bought it from. My physical therapist I go to and that I'm friends with. Hi Amy, check her out at Good Times Performance Solutions. So Performance Solutions PT. Sorry, that's the song I sing when she's drawing my nails me. So check out Amy at Performance Solutions PT here in Charlotte if you have any issues. She's also doing some conferencing, doctoring things right now as well for people. So if you have issues going on, you can't see anybody, check out Amy and I will tag her on this. Sorry, Amy, that I had to sing the song to get it this early in the morning, but anyways, we got it. So I'm not going to use this in the video because not a lot of people have this and it uses more trigger points. So that's like kind of like more of like an in-person thing. So I apologize if you're interested, if you have like, if you're a runner and you have performance issues or like deep hamstring issues, calf issues, highly recommend it, love it. This is how Nate and I are able to run so many miles every week. So that's my endorsement for that. Plyometrics campaign. Otherwise, here, we're going to start our foam roller. We're going to start just sitting on our butt and we're going to rock side to side. So I'm starting my workout today, so here we go. First, we do the booty from side to side, try to warm up that back. Okay, so from there, I do like to go to the back. So if you have a bad low back, don't just go straight down. If you have a bad back, sit down, angle for your T-spine. Go right there, cross those, just lift your hips up. Oh, roll. You can lift the hands behind the head. Oh, you support the neck. Sorry for all the sounds, it just feels so good. So if you've been following along my stories, you know I've been moving a lot of rock and I've been having an indoor project. So my lats are super, super sore. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start to curve into them, go right underneath my shoulder blade and head into my side. Now, do not go below your last attached rib. If you go into your floating ribs, you could actually crack them. So please be careful. Know that and don't do it. Okay, great, good job. So now we are going to be in our armpit and really get into those lats. So you start in your armpit, you do whatever you want to with your legs. I have to have my top one flat so I can like use it to like lift off if I need to. So your first roll is kind of out on that shoulder and back. And then when you find kind of a good spot, we're going to rotate a little bit in. Try to have a thumb up. And keep rolling. And regardless of what I sound like, this is really good for you. And it's a deep tissue massage. And again, since we can't get massages right now, this is a really good alternative. Whew. So after 5 to 10 passes on the hot spot, you'll then rotate forward into the pecs and then rotate a little bit to the back. So kind of in the deltoids there, roll it up a little bit into the pec. And one more time, into the pec, and into the back. Roll it up. Where's it going to be going? Into the pec. My serious interior is also on fire. Try to breathe in it. You can try to keep this thumb straight. You will want to put that hand down if it feels better. Oh. Okay, we've had enough fun on one side. You obviously do. The other side. So again, how you start. Put it right in the armpit. Thumbs up. You can do whatever you want to with your legs. I grab my foot right in front of me. We do a few passes. Oh, first. If you wake up in the middle of the night with tingly arms, think about how tight you are. Okay, so maybe during the day, like Sarah's right, my arms are great, I'm tight. You definitely need to stretch them out then. Because sometimes I'll get 15 arms, bad shoulder, or just really tight muscles. You want to make sure you get that taken care of. So you roll forward with it, and go back, go forward, and roll back. I'm trying not to like really tell you how to do it right now. Cubism, that's exactly how to do it. On the outside, a little hot spot, and we'll move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now my back is feeling all loosey goosey. Good morning. We're going to go ahead and go back to our legs. Okay, so we started with our back, we did our arms, and now we're going to do our legs. So we, like I said, we start with seated position. So once we are seated, we're going to go ahead and start with butt. So we go to the top of the pelvis and then underneath the cheeks. So I think the top of the pelvis is where your hips come in. Where one might get a tramp stamp, you know? That's you right there, that's what you see right now. So like where your hips come into your spine, so your spine's coming down into your sacrum, hips connect right there. So that's the top point of like where you want to go with the roller. So we're going to the top right there, and then under the cheeks. Top, under the cheeks. And then down there, you go ahead and go for the hamstrings. So for the hamstrings, you want to go from the booty to right behind the knee. Booty and knee. And I do know that this motion is going to be really hard for a lot of people. So, you know, if you need to take rest, take rest. I'm just trying to always do this so I can get a little bit of workout in before my first client is in. So, my hamstrings feel very good. So when you do your hamstrings, we'll also go wide with them. We have 3 different hamstring heads that we have the whole muscle group. And we want to make sure we hit each of them. So we go wide, right there, neutral, and then pigeon toe. When you pigeon toe, you want to go push that knee there. You don't really feel it on the inside. Okay, if you need to feel it deeper, all you do is cross an ankle over and kind of roll with it. And you'll feel it's much deeper. So, there's that. So after our hammies, we'll go to our calves. So I can start in my ankle. And this one I do actually use my core because I have such tight muscles from the toes of my feet because I run, so I need the core to kind of really get in there. But how you do this at home is that you would cross, do this. You can do it, you don't have a foam roller, you can do it with a frozen water bottle. You can do it with a baseball bat. You can do it with a rolling pin. You can do it just like with your hands too. So if you don't have tools like this, you can still do it just by using other things around the house. So as long as it rolls, it can really get in and it's not going to break, you can use it. Okay, so here we are. You're going to roll that toe into your midline, center, and then exterior. Okay, so again, our calf muscle wraps around. Okay. So you have to get sorry. So the pineate muscle wraps around. We want to make sure we get each angle of it. Okay, other side. So don't forget, Fun Day Fitness Friday is going to be coming up this morning as well. I'm not too sure what we get into today. Let's see what my workout strength and inspiration. So don't forget, you can also cross it. Now let's see if you find a really big hot spot here. So you can just kind of sit on that hot spot and rotate like that. That way you don't have to hold yourself up the whole time. So you just sit Ooh, yeah. And then if you find one, these and string them, whoo, like so. All my sounds. I need to make sure that y'all have the sound on for this one. Y'all for this one. All my sounds. I need to make sure that y'all have the sound on for this one. I guess you have to have sound on for most of it. Okay, so after we do our calves, we're going to do our RT bands. This one typically a juju. So where you want to start, where your hip bone is, you want to start just south of that on your side. So imagine that we have side seams. You're going to be right on your side seams. You don't want to be too far back or too far forward, okay? So we are going to start on our side seam. That leg's going to go straight. This leg needs to stay behind us. Or if your flexibility allows it, try to go in front. Okay, the reason why I say that is you're going to naturally roll your hips forward if this foot is in front. If it's behind you, you'll have a tendency to roll backwards because, like I said, it can be pretty intense. So if you can, try to have this foot forward. If you can't, just do everything in your power to keep those hips facing the front. Okay, otherwise, right here, and we're going to use our forearm as we go right, my here, right by the knee capsule. So don't go onto the knee ever on anything, just so you know. Whew. So notice how I shifted to get more weight off that because it's pretty darn intense. Not as bad now. Oh, I did do some leg deadlifts yesterday and some leg adductions and adductions. So I get it. I get it. And that's why we do this. So if I didn't do this, when I run next, it would be apparent I didn't do it because then I get pain in my knee. So that's why we do this. Whew. All right. And it's a great moment too. My heart rate's going up. So here we are. And just as a fun fact, because you know, why not? This is my normal gym. I foam roll first, and then I do like a few exercises as a warm up, and then I just kind of go to town on whatever I'm working out that day. And although I make homework for my clients for progression and this and that, I don't like to make workouts for myself. I just like to be going with the flow. So what I do is a little bit of everything. Each day, a little upper and lower, and I really just target what's not sore. So I have my traditional, back exercises that I group together. So I have like days, don't get me wrong, but I always add in other body parts, so I always get the whole body workout. Just because. All right, we have IT being fun. We need to go to the quad. So as you notice, and if you have flexibility, you'll just go from here, kind of make a quarter turn into those quadriceps. So back up. So again, you're gonna start right on top of that knee, and you're gonna go on the knee capsule. Go right on top. Ooh. Parallel first. And then we'll take our legs wide and rotate our feet out. Those are going to get those adductors that I worked yesterday. Holy smokes. Okay. Like I said, when you find a hot spot, you make sure you go over it 5 to 10 times. And the last one for me. All right, so ladies, this is the advantage. We get to go all the way up to our hip bones, gentlemen. I'm sorry, you can't. So try to go as high up the leg as you can. And now we're going to pigeon toe. Okay, so feet, toes are trying to go together. As we go down, you're going to feel this more kind of tight right there on the inside of the knee in that lower quad. And it feels so, and again, good. And you can kind of shift the left stance, and shift to the left. and that neutral. And if you notice anything extra that you need to get, now is the time to get it. If we're done foam rolling, make sure you do all of those. I highly recommend doing it every time before you work out, especially after every time you do a long run. So I hope you have a good morning, happy Friday, and I will see you all later.